if you're not careful, photography will literally rob you blind. It will come up behind you and just have its way with you. Here's some things you should watch out for. What exactly does it take for you? Here we go. Now, I don't want to scare anyone with any of these points because I'm not meaning to be intimidating, but photography will rob you of a lot of things. One of the main things it'll rob you of is your time. You will be very, very dedicated, hopefully, if you want to be serious in this, you'll be very, very dedicated in doing what you need to do. You'll be editing a lot. You'll be driving, traveling to your shoots and everything like that, or whatever you're doing in regards to photography. You will be so dedicated to this field, to this art, to this medium, because it's just how it is. You won't really have a great always going out and doing something. You may have to sacrifice some things, so you're going to sacrifice some of your time. And in regards to time, family, friends, your friends might want to go bowling, or they might want to go to this local place to eat or something like that. And you're sitting there thinking like, oh, I gotta edit my photos. Why did I shoot 2 weddings this weekend? Well, I shot 2 weddings this weekend because that's how you pay the bills and that's how you have to survive. And sometimes that means not doing the luxuries in life and just doing what you can. So I touched upon money. That's another thing photography will rob you of, money. And that's really essential because you will spend a lot of money on your gear. Once again, you don't have to spend a lot of money on your gear, but as you progress, you want to get better things so that way you can produce better quality, and it just helps you out, you know, once you understand what you need from your gear. So it will steal your money. I mean, once again, it comes down to paying your bills, and one of the huge things a lot of people do is they take out loans and their credit gets messed up and everything like that. So you got to be very, very careful. Don't let photography rob you of that. Be very, very careful. I'd say if you're really doing this full time, get an accountant. You know, keep your books straight. Anytime you get a job, I write it down for tax purposes and everything. Once again, that's huge. I write it down in a book. You know, date, you know, the job, price, everything, all that kind of stuff. So that way, when I go to do taxes or just general bookkeeping in general, and I do it digitally as well. You know, it's all kept in line. So, but it will take money from you, and you really gotta understand that and learn that, because, you know, you can make it back, but it can be very, very taxing upon yourself and really kind of intimidates you until you're down. You're like, I don't have money for this. But if you work your ass off, you can get it. Photography will rob you of your life, and that is everything I said combined together. You're not gonna sleep. You're not gonna, you know, you may overeat, you know, something like I do or something like that. But it will rob you of a lot of things. But my main thing is, why I wanted to make this is because I get a couple emails asking like, how do you time manage? What do you do? I'm spending all this money and I'm not getting gigs, and you know, nothing's coming my way, etc. Take a step down. Don't let photography rob you of your, you know, your being. You're still you. It's just now it's, you know, part of your life. It's integrating into your life. So you have to be smart. You can still be creative, but don't. Yes, there's a business side to photography and everything like that. You can't let photography run your life. You run a business. You run your own life. You just have to learn how to really piece things together and time manage. Know that you do have to shoot those 2 weddings this weekend, but know that next wedding, you know, you could fit in 3 hours to go out with friends or something like that. So you're not just sitting there at your computer just like, oh my God, what am I doing? Because that's what a lot of people like to do. And they sit there thinking, well, I have no life now, you know, and that's how you get depressed, and that's never a good thing. So really the huge point I wanted to hit home was that. But another thing is when people have gas. You're looking at me like, huh? Oh, why would you say gas? Everyone has gas. Well, that is gear acquisition syndrome, and basically that's when you want the newest piece of gear as soon as it comes out, and you're like, I will take out a loan, I will sell my soul to the devil or whoever you believe in, and I'm going to buy that new $8,000 Nikon D4X or something like that. Well, that's when you get yourself into trouble. That's when you get yourself into debt. I mean, I did that before when I bought one of my first lenses and everything like that, and I'm like, oh my God, I got my first lenses, you know, extended the credit limit and everything of the credit card, and now I'm like, oh boy, why isn't that paid back yet? It's very, very important to understand that photography can, you know, ruin a lot of things for you. You can rob a lot of things for you, but it's all about learning business and understanding the art and how you can get around that type of stuff. And there's going to be times when it's hard, you know, coming from personal experience, to pay the bills, and, you know, you're like, I can't go out. I can't, you know, do this to eat. You might have to eat ramen noodles when you first start out or something like that. If you don't know, they're like the little cheap noodles that you cook or microwave. But that's how it is. You cannot let photography, videography rob you of you. You are you. It's a lot of yous I just said there, but you are you. Be yourself, be creative, And that's really what I have to say. Don't let photography ruin who you are. Own it. You know, once again, it's got to be a part of your life. You got to learn what to do, but that's just how it is. Eric Rossi, the guy with the eye. I always say, keep an eye out, but don't take your credit card out because that'll cause trouble. Maybe a divorce.